Hello there, my dear creative friends. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you're all doing fantastic. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you will find some inspiration, unlock your creativity, because that's what my channel is all about, and that you'll subscribe. And thank you for all my returning members. I really appreciate that. I am growing this community for you. I love making these videos, so let's dive right in. Today we're going to be making a cute little row house journal, junk journal, that is going to be able to stand up so you can display it, cute as can be. So it can be a conversation piece, and it'll be a decoration, and people will want to know right away, where did you get that? And then when they pick it up, you can say, oh, go take a look. And then they open it up and go, oh my goodness, it's a journal. This is so cute. And so then you'll feel so happy that they are admiring your handiwork. So what are you going to need in this project? You are going to need some cardboard. I cut the flaps off of, the lids off of the top of the box of a shipping box. You will need a little piece of bubble wrap. You'll need some sharp scissors, a pencil, a ruler. You're going to need these little metal ring that you can pop open, closure things, and you will need some scrapbook paper, cardstock, fibers, a hole punch. You'll need some white paint or gesso and glue, tacky glue. No sewing in this. Everything is going to be glued. And I think that's it. So let's get started, and let me show you what I did. Okay, so the first step is to draw out your house onto your cardboard. Pick it up so that you can see it and get it closer to the camera so you can see it better. Okay, so I did the rooftop, here's the chimney, and then here's the body of the house. So I decided, and that's what you'll need to decide, how wide do you want your journal to be? So this journal is going to be a little over 4.5 inches. So taking into consideration the chimney, and then it's 6 inches tall. So it's a 4 by 6. I think that's a very nice size for a junk journal, don't you? And next, excuse me, you will need to decide, okay, what color cardstock do you want to use for your house? And then you cut out that, draw your chimney out, cut out your piece of cardstock for the house, cut out your piece of cardstock for the chimney, and then cut out your piece of cardstock for the roof. So as you can see, I'll have to cut this. So all I need to do is lay this into place. And then I could flip this over and I can glue everything down to the other side of it so that I know, where I trace the roof out. Or I could just go ahead and do what I did, and I'll show you what I did. So whichever method works good for you, feel free to do. So let me turn this over. So we want the white side. All right, so I'm going to just bring down the piece here, move my chimney off, move my windows. Okay, so I'm lining the piece up, and all I'm going to do is this is where the center point of that top of the roof is. So I'm going to make a little mark here. And then all I did, so it's going to be a little bit tricky because the paper is going to want to move on me. Okay, I'll hold it down. All right, so now go from that pencil line to the corner of your paper. And then do the same thing on the opposite side. So get your ruler on that corner of the paper and the pencil line. Okay, ta-da! So now we have the roof piece, and now all I need to do is trim off and you could save these pieces if you want or throw them away, just completely up to you. And now there I have my roof, and it's okay. As you can see, you may not be able to see it, but the pencil line on the cardboard doesn't line up perfectly, but that's okay because my roof lines up with the house perfectly. And then my windows, and then my chimney. Just like that. Okay. And the reason why I added the chimney, and you could leave the chimney off. You could make your house wider, and then the roof peak obviously would be coming out wider. You could just do that, but I like the look of a chimney. I thought that was cute. And the sky's the limit on decorating the house. It's not. This is whimsical. This is artistic. It's not supposed to look like your houses in your neighborhoods. Who has little green diamonds painted on their house, or who has windows that are two-tone colors like this with sparklies? Nobody. Okay, and who has a plaid patchwork door? You see what I mean? So this is fun. This is fun, fun, fun. Okay, so let me show you the elements that I used for the door. So I cut out a little piece. I'm going to give you the sizes of the windows. Okay, the windows are 1 inch by 1.5 inches. The door is 1.5 inches by 2 inches. Okay. Then the doorknob is, I used my hole punch, and you see how it has that little tray at the end to hold all the little circles? Well, all I did was take a piece of decorative cardstock with the glitter. I liked that. And then I punched it out. I emptied it out first, and then I just emptied that little piece out. And then that got my doorknob. I'm going to lift up my little fiber. The fiber is a little wreath. You can shape that however you want. It's whimsical. It does not have to be a perfect circle. Okay. And then I used 2 other little circle punch things from the paper punch. And I took a piece of book page and just itty bitty little piece just for a fun, fun element, fun decorative element. And like as if that were the top of the wreath, and something that's holding it there on the door. You have decorations for our doors that have words on them. So that's where I was thinking with that and going with that. And then now for the windows, I'm still debating, do I want to put these little circles on the corners of the window like I have here on the door, just to kind of tie it all in? And I'm thinking that it looks, I'm heading in that direction because I really like how those look, and I thought that was very cute. Okay, so now I'm just going to set all the elements over here to the side, and then I'm going to start first by cutting out my house. I don't want to glue anything in place yet until I have the house cut out. So we're working with little itty bitty pieces, almost like a miniature. I love this. It's fun. Very, very fun. And you can choose to paint your house. You don't have to use paper. So if you want to paint it, that's perfectly fine as well. You definitely want a pair of sharp scissors for this. And the cardboard is, I mean, what would you say, 1/4 of an inch thick right there? But once you start, down here you can see it was already compressed. I didn't even compress that. You see up here the holes are open higher. Okay, so let me flip it over and go from this side because it looks like it's going to be a little tricky. There you go. Yeah, much easier. So cut it halfway from one direction, turn it, and cut it the other half the other direction. That's easier, and I got the scissors through there with no problem. Okay, so now the next step is to glue your house into place, and then glue your roof into place, and then the chimney into place. Okay. Let me cut out the sides of this here. I think that was a little bit bigger on that side. I'm just going to come over here. Because we're working with something much thicker than cardstock. There we go. All right, then just assemble your house. I'm just going to lay everything on here. You know, don't rush it. Don't get in a rush. Just, you know, take your time assembling so you get everything lined up the way you want it, looking good. You know, we want this to be really, really cute. Okay. And I want the roof to be glued to just a little top of the portion of the cardstock. Okay. Bring this, slide that over just a wee bit. Bring my roof out just a tiny bit. Okay. Now let me put my chimney. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So see, line everything up first. Look at where everything is laying, you know, does everything look good? See, I can trim this little piece of this cardboard off after I get everything glued in. Everything is looking really, really good. Okay, so let's just remove the pieces now, and I'm going to use just straight Aleene's tacky glue. You can choose to ink this edges, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to add some really cute decorative embellishments to it, so I'll show you what I'm doing, what I've decided to do. This is the first time I've made one of these little houses using cardboard, so I'm going to add a little bit more extra glue because I don't know if it's going to be enough just on the, so I put glue on both sides, just making sure that I have everything looking the way I want it, lined up, looking good. Now just press that really, really well. Okay. Now we're going to add the roof piece on. A little bit more to the cardboard. And try to line everything up perfectly like I wanted it. while I have a little bit of time for moving it, making sure everything is lined up where I want it, the way I want it. Looking good. Okay, next is the chimney. This is a really fun way to use up your cardstock and your scrap pieces. I mean, absolutely super fun way. I mean, this is something that we don't usually make, something like this. Okay, so I want it to be at the edge of the cardboard so it can come over to the top of the house a little bit, over the top of the roof line a little bit. That's perfectly fine. Make sure I bring it up to the top of the chimney there. Okay, good. All looking good. Bring it up here, so I'm looking to see, I'm seeing this bottom edge, so I'm making sure I've got the top edge looking good the way I want it. Yes, it does. It looks really nice. Cute as a button. And we are going to decorate the back as well. And you can decide, you know, I'll show you what I'm going to do, but you can, you know, just, this is unlock your creativity. So you decorate your house in whatever fashion you want, because obviously your paper, you're going to have different paper. You probably won't have the same kind of cardstock and things that I'm using. You may. All right, next, let's get with, let's see. Let me go with the door first. That's going to be the easiest placement. Okay, let's take all the little decorative pieces off. The doorknob is sticking to the fiber. And that little piece. Okay, now, so you want your door to be flush at the bottom of the house. Now, if you want, you could cut out a little cute little black piece or something and put it on a, like a half moon. So if you had a circle punch, cut that circle in half and you could put a half moon, and that could be like the doormat. The little welcome doormat. Okay, and more or less, I want my door to be centered in the house. So not the chimney part, but just the house. So I have an inch on that side. Okay. Yeah, so actually that's perfect right there. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to keep my ruler here as a guide. Okay, so, whoops. Now that I'm gluing cardstock to cardstock, I don't need to do that extra step. Okay, so here's my inch. Here's my inch. And also, if you had like little geometric, symmetrical pattern like I do, I could just count 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. So, but I like using the ruler. Okay, bring it down, making sure everybody, you know, I'm trying to get it level. With tacky glue, the first thing that I like to do is get it placed where I want it to be placed. Then you let it sit there for a few seconds. A good 10-15 would be good. Then, you know, once you know it's placed, then start pressing it down, because if you go it too quickly, it's gonna just really move out of place on you. And like you see what was happening, and so I don't like that. So wait 10-15 seconds, let the tacky glue start setting up. Isn't that adorable already? Cute. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cute. Okay, so I want my doorknob over here, but I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to put my little piece here. Okay, so this piece I am definitely going to ink. All right, so when this is an itty bitty little piece like this, this is what I like to do. So I get a piece of wax paper, lay it down, and then just hold it on one end and then apply it, because, you know, I'm trying to prevent wrinkling it too much and bending it and all that kind of thing. So if I just do it like this, that's good. Okay, so now I've taken away that starkness, and then I want to just use the inker itself, which is walnut stain, and we're going to just go around the edge like this with the inker to get that nice dark edge, and then it doesn't wrinkle your little pieces. Aha, very nice. All right, so he's going to go up here. To show you how that turned out. So one thing I was wanting to ask my viewers today is, where are you watching from? So where do you live? So if you could post that in the comments section, that would be really helpful to me. So I just wanted to find out where all of my viewers are from. So I'm here in the United States, and I'm in Florida. I'm near the East Coast and Central Florida. So I am south of Daytona Beach and north of Orlando. So if you've ever been to Florida to go to Disney World, and you know where that is in Orlando, so I am about, I don't even know, 45 minutes from Disney, somewhere, something like that. And then Daytona, I'm about 35 minutes from Daytona. And we're about 35 from New Smyrna. So I'm kind of, you know, centrally located. All right, so now he's kind of gotten too big. All right, so I need to make him smaller. All right, so we're going to go smaller with you. All right, that's better. So just make your circle, you know, take your 2 fiber pieces, start with the size, small size that you want, and then, you know, your fibers, you know, obviously going to be different than those pieces that I picked out, but then just keep weaving those end pieces in until you get them connected, meet up at the back, and then mash it over. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness gracious, he's so adorable. I just made my very first little fiber wreath. This is too cute. Absolutely. I am having fun with this. I mean, I really hope you guys give this a try. It is too fun. Okay, get him placed. Okay. And I'm not worried about that blob of glue right now. I'm just gonna keep going. All right, now I want my doorknob. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to place the blob of glue. Let me see, where do I want the knob? Right here. All I need is a little bitty piece. Okay. Okay, get the corner of that dot. Put him on top of that glue. Oh, just too cute. Okay, this is fun. I mean, guys, this is really fun, so I hope you guys are going to do this. All of your creativity, so please, if this has unlocked your creativity, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And now I'm placing these, okay, I'm placing these strategically from the door. Windows to be more or less balanced and level. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good. See how they wiggle really a lot? So you have to let it sit. Just let it sit there. Don't get in a hurry to move it. So while that's drying, okay, let me look at this. Do I want the light colored little dot? Or do I want the dark colored little dot? Ooh. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, I like the brown. I think I'll save these for the windows. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to take and put a little dot, just like I did before. This is going to be trickier because I really just need a smidgen. On each corner. That should be plenty. Okay. So every little element that you add, every texture that you add is going to just add to the character of the piece. Get this out of the way because I'm going to need my wax paper. So what I'm going to do, just put that on top. I find using the wax paper, because it's slippery, it just helps me to be able to smooth it into place a whole lot better. And it moved on me. It still moved on me. Okay. Obviously, I must have put a lot of glue on that one. Okay. Good, 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 good. Hold on to it. Wipe any of the excess off. Always hold on to your piece that you're going to wipe the glue. Don't just try to wipe it. Hold on to the piece that you've just glued so it does not move out of place. Good. Cute. Looking really good. All right, now let's play around with some of these little pieces. This happened to be double-sided paper. Get the glue off my fingers. Cute. Is that two? I think I've got two pieces there. Yep. Okay. Like that. Let me see. I need it on the bottom as well. Okay, that's a different color and it's not blending in as good. Okay, let me get the brown ones. No, that's not going to look good because it's brown on brown. I don't know. What do you think? I think I like the light colored one. All right. All right, I just want at the top. So whatever looks good to you, and that's what you do. I think I've got a piece of dried up glue coming out of there. Do you ever get these glue globs in your glue? I don't know what makes that happen, but I get glue globs. Okay, there we go. Another little piece, there we go. Very nice. Very nice. All right, I like that. Looking cute as can be. Smash that. And I'm going to come in. These look like they're pretty well in place. So I'm going to just very gingerly wipe that extra glue out. Okay. So once all that dries, you won't even see that glue on there. Now, just for me, for some added fun, and you could use gesso for this, you could use just paint, so I'm going to do both. And even though I'm in Florida, and yes, it doesn't snow in Florida, yes, once in a blue moon. Okay, but I just wanted to have snow on my roof, okay? Just have to do this. I'm going to try to just be really strategic with that. Okay. And of course, I want to just come at this edge. And what I'm going by is just what I see from pictures. Because even though I have been up north when it snowed, I've never been up there where the snow accumulated, so that I would be able to say, oh yeah. But it really, from pictures, it accumulates on the roof edge and then works its way down. So I'm just going to do it like this. So it's just gotten a small dusting, a small smackerel of snow. And if you have children, you know where I got that saying from. Okay, get a little bit on the chimney. Isn't that adorable? Oh, you may not think it is adorable, but I think it's adorable. Love it, love it, love it. Ah, very nice. Very, very nice. I like that. I just like that extra little touch that it gives. Let me see. I might come across here. Let me see if I can do that. I don't know. Do I want to just do it? I think I'll leave it like that. So all of you who actually live where it snows, when you make yours, then it will be true to the you know, for your where you live. All right, get that off there. Okay, so that's what our bubble wrap was for, was to add snow. Okay, now the next step is we want to decide where the holes are going to go on the side. So again, it's going to be a matter of lining it up with the ruler. We know it's 6 inches, and so I'm thinking it's 2 inches and the 4 inches. I like to be, you know, balanced when I'm doing these kind of things. All right, come in here with a pen so I'll be able to see it. Okay, so obviously we want our hole to be over, not right up at the edge. So I'm going to make a little mark here. Okay, I can see that. And then holding the ruler, holding the little thing, okay, coming down, eyeballing it, making another little mark here. Okay. Close enough, good enough. Now, this part I don't even know, because my hand strength And I tore muscles in this whole hand and arm and shoulder. When did I do that? A couple months ago? Yeah. And I don't know if I want to do that again and go through that pain and agony. Oh, it was terrible. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to leave this for my husband, and I'm going to let him. Oh, you know what might go through here pretty good. Okay, this I definitely don't want to try that. Let me get my crocodile. Crocodile's the one. Can you believe I have to put my ceiling fan on, and because I'm in Florida, it's 80 degrees today. Okay. But I wish it was 70 or 60. Okay, now I'm going to have to try to see that little dot. Okay, right about there. And it looks like I came over. Oh, yeah, this is, oh, perfect. This thing is terrible. Even with, you know, just cardstock. You know, I forgot about my crocodile. Oh, it's like it really does a number on you. So, okay, this is much better. Okay, so like right about there. Perfect. Oh, I like that. Okay, so now that gives you your template that you're going to be able to use when you make your signatures. Now, this is not going to be, you could technically do a signature. I could still sew the signature together and then just, you know, fold it over, punch holes, but I don't think I want to do that with this style. I think I'm going to go the individual page style, like when we have a 3-ring binder, and you know how I've done an altered book 3-ring binder. We did that with the Better Homes and Garden, and I just used the paper that came in the book. If you didn't watch that video, I'll link it at the end. So I have to remember to start telling you guys this because I forget this all the time. So now it's giving me the golden opportunity to tell you and to ask you, please continue to watch more on videos on my channel and watch this end screen video where I show you how to alter a book, and it's a 3-ring binder. And so I'm going to use that same technique. So I will take digital paper, writing paper, the same exact paper that I used for the altered book journal, and I have some scraps of it hanging around here somewhere, so if I can find one, I'll show you what I'm talking about, so that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I went on Etsy, found the pattern that I liked, because I liked this kind of dingy. I don't know if they would consider this grungy, but I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I like this look. And so some of them were lined papers in the same purchase, and some were just a solid. So whichever, you know, if you find a seller like that that has lined or solid, you could make your own. So that's also an option if you use Photoshop or Canva, or you have, let's say you did a collage page, or you actually, as long as you're not going to sell it, then you could scan a solid piece, light colored, solid piece of scrapbook paper or cardstock and just make your own. You wouldn't even have to purchase it from somebody. But I like to support Etsy sellers. You know, I sell on Etsy, and I've sold on Etsy. I've been on Etsy. I've had my first shop, Markets of Sunshine, has been on since 2008. And so that's, what, 12 years now? No, how long is that? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, 14 years. Yeah, wow. And my Pioneer Fundraiser, the vintage shop, I started in 2010. So that's the 12 years. Man, time really flies by, you know. But I just enjoy this, you know, and it just gives me a little, you know, income just to buy supplies and things with. You know, it's not supporting me in any fashion whatsoever, but it's just fun. I just really enjoy it. And so if you choose to help support, give me a tip. If you'd like to give me a tip, then you can go to my Etsy shops and make a purchase, and that gives me a tip for my channel for bringing you free content. So anyway, but now moving on. So you have your little rings. I purchased these off of Amazon. Don't you just love Amazon Prime? I mean, you know, it's like wonderful. Okay, and we have Amazon warehouses, and I'm talking major, big, like, think of a super Walmart times 4. Seriously, times 4 are the warehouses, and they have one on one side of the street, and across the street they had to expand, so they purchased that property, which was vacant, and now they're putting another big, huge warehouse over there. So that is probably 10 minutes, maybe 15 from my house here in the town where I live. So it's employing a lot of people. That was huge. That was really good. Where they were first going to put the place was they didn't do it. It was going to be near the highway, Interstate 4, but it is still near Interstate 4, but it's the hospital. The hospital went out and got the property where they were right there by the interstate first. But anyway, so you have to get off of the interstate and go down a couple of roads, and then it's right there. So, but anyway, all right, so now, where was I? Now, for the back of the house, it's the same thing. So you want your other piece of cardboard for the back of the house, because the whole idea of this little thing is so that it stands up, you see. So then when you have your two pieces together, obviously, see if I can open it up. I don't know if it will do it without me. No. Okay, so the pieces together. But anyway, but it does stand. Trust me, it will stand. I've seen it do it. Okay, and you're going to just use it as a template. All right, get your pen or your pencil, and we're going to just trace around it. And so this is much easier when you do this part, because now I've already got the other part cut out. Making sure everything is straight. Go over this part again because I had to turn that a little bit. This is not the best pencil. I need to sharpen it again. Okay. Boy, just barely got that on that side. All right, and then just gonna cut that out, and then we'll decorate that side. And so it's just the same process, and it's so fun. I mean, it really, it's just been, I mean, you've seen the process, you see how easy it is. So I really hope you'll give this a try. So I won't continue to make the whole thing with you on camera. I will finish it off camera, but I'll just, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a flash and then show you the final pieces and putting the signature together and putting it in as well. I'll show you what I did with that so that you can see how easy it is. And I think, to me, I think it's going to be easier if I do individual pages that just will turn easier. And then if I ever decide I want to take a page out, I'll be able to do that. All right, I didn't get the little pointy part, so I hope it's going to be okay. Okay, yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. Excellent. Okay, so all I need to do is just hold this together. It's too wide for a clothespin, so I'm going to have to hold this. Okay. Okay, hold it again. You may have to move it and adjust it and tweak it a little bit, a couple of times, until you get everything lined up. Alrighty, perfect. Okay, that is good. I like it. Alright, so the only thing I didn't want is I did not want that straight edge to be visible, so now it isn't. And I don't mind that the chimney is just a wee bit over, that's fine. And so now to decorate the inside piece and then this inside piece, what I'm going to do, I'll walk you through what I'm going to do, and then I'll do it all off camera. So I had already decided for those inside pieces and then the back piece, I'm going to just use book page, and then I'm going to come in with gesso, and I'm going to do that same technique that I did with you, but I'm just really going to be very creative. I need to get a larger piece on this one. And I'm going to use my stamps, because I want to use stamps. I used my punches in the other video we did, but I want to use my stamps, so I'm going to use the stamps, and I'm going to use the gesso, and I'm going to use the paint, and I'm just going to add more interest to this cover here, and then I'll do the same thing on the back side of this. So the front is with the little house is already done, so that one's already done. But front and back on here is going to be done differently. So this is because I have the solid color here. This one I still have something. So I may decide that I will come in here with gesso first, but I really don't think you can see that. Yeah, you can't see any of that printing. Okay, perfect. All right, good. All right, so we'll just do it like that. So I'll glue the book page, and let me turn it over like this. Let me just give myself a head start. So I think this is going to be the easier way to do this. So we're going to just take and use it as a template again. Trying to make sure I've got this book page lined up. Perfect. Okay, so that to me is going to be the easier way, so that I make sure before I do that. Okay. By the time I get through decorating it, you probably won't even be able to see much of the wording, but I just want to make sure the words are going the right direction. Perfect. All right, so that would be my recommendation. Just go ahead, trace that out, give yourself, make your life easier, and then quick like a bunny, cut out these. Okay, perfect for that one. I like having the shape to work from this time, you know. So I want to come up with more shapes that we could do, and where this would turn out really cute, you know. So I thought, and I was thinking, okay, what would be, you know, that's, I mean, I don't want to go like real crazy complicated on us, because I thought of a butterfly. You know how much I love butterflies. Just love butterflies. But I said, you know, I don't know. I said a butterfly might be too much to try to turn into a journal, because then depending on the shape, even if I just did a very kind of like that kind of a shape, you know, then every page you cut has to be cut to that shape, and then attaching everything together, you know, I've thought all that through. All right, so let me finish the process, and then I'll be back and show you, and we'll decorate the last little bits of, I'll do 2 pages, and then the 3rd page, and then I'll show you the whole steps, and I'll do all the steps together with you. I'll walk you through it, talk you through it, and then I'll show that, demonstrate it with the last final page. Okay, so I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so let me show you what I've gotten done. So the front we did together already, but I am still going to add more interest here. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. But let me show you what I did to the back of the pages, and then I will also do the same technique to the other side of this page here, but I said we would do it together, so I would show you what I did. Okay, so I stamped images all over the book page, so I glued the book page first, stamped the images, then I came after that and I put in some clear vellum stickers, and I just really want to make sure, go over it with either your fingernail or a credit card, just make sure those corners or those edges so that it really blends in nicely with the look of the page. And then up here is I would use the gesso, and I added this beautiful texture. So let me show you how I achieved that texture, and I'm going to do it on this other side here. So this side already has the book page, the stamped images, the vellum stickers, and this vellum sticker here was the wreath with a clear center, and then I had a cute little wreath looking stamp, so I stamped that image there and then put that over the top of it. This butterfly, I came with a vellum sticker over the top of it, as well as you can see with the bird and the flowers and the leaf and this other little flower here. So I love these vellum stickers. I get them off of Amazon, and just type in vellum stickers and they come in a pack, and they are in packs like this, so you get multiple sets in with one order, and it's a really good price. So that's what I did, and that's the set that I used, and it's Chinese, so I have no idea. Okay, now let me show you the technique with the gesso. Get things out of the way that I'm not needing. Bring this up here, making sure that you're seeing it all. Alright, so a little puddle of the gesso. I have a little container, excuse me. Keep forgetting not to slam the scissors on the table, for goodness sake. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to work on the image page. So to achieve this technique, I'll show you how I did it after you see what I did. If I can quit knocking my stuff all over the place. Alright, so just take a generous portion of your gesso, and just come right across the page. The more the better. And you can cover the page as much as you want and wherever you want it. Okay, I want to use all that I pulled out so you can see. Okay, now I'm just going to take a plain book page. I'm going to lay it right on top of the other where I put the gesso, and you want to just press, 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 press. Just press, 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 press. And then pull them apart. And then you get that nice texture. So the thicker your gesso, the more texture you will get. But it is just a beautiful, it looks like a coral fan is what it reminds me of, or like a Boston fern. That's what the texture looks like. Can you see that? Or is it coming? Are you able to see that texture there? So nice. And look over here. So this was thicker here. And so then what I did is I applied the gesso just to one side. I didn't apply it to both sides. Then I sandwiched this together and I pressed. I shouldn't have wiped. I should have just pressed. You just want to press, and then it was actually a little difficult to pull them apart. So then I managed to pull them apart, and then when you pull them apart, that suction and that pulling apart is what gives you the texture. Isn't that so cool? It's just beautiful. Okay, and then now to speed up the drying of this, you want to heat set it. And so close your ears if you're sensitive to noise. Okay, so you get the idea. It may not be completely dry yet, but I didn't want to just keep running that. And then I'm going to set this aside. So now this is already prepped, and I have a little bit of the ink. It actually picked up the ink when I pressed it to the other page. I didn't even ink this page. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside, let it continue to dry. Bring down the project here. Okay, so this has such a lovely texture. So if you do this, try this technique, you'll be able to test that out yourself. Now, to find out if it's dry, see, it's not completely dry. Just barely tap so that you don't flatten your texture. But what a very cool look that gives you. I mean, it achieves such a beautiful and different. It's just, you know, completely different. All right, so now on this side, what I wanted to do was to get my bubble wrap again, and I'm going to just go ahead and do a few of these dots like I've done. I usually put this on the wax paper, but I didn't do it that way. Right, what we're going to do though, we're going to take this and I'm going to just go like that, because see how it puddled up? I didn't want that on here. Okay, so we're just going to very gently put a few little dots, just trying to get a little bit of that interest coming in. There we go. There, that's all I want. I just want a little light. I don't want it to be overdone. And I tend to really get carried away with this technique if you watched me on the other one. Okay, so I just got rid of that off of there, and see, it just gives it a little bit of a cute little look to it. I just love that. So I'm not going to do any more to this. I think that's just fine. It's like got a light dusting of snow, like powdered sugar kind of a look. And so I like that. It looks really nice. So I'm going to go and clean my brush up now. And let me see, I was just going to take a little bit of this on the brush just to use that up, and just go down the side of my page. I like that. That looks really cute. This was a messy project, actually. It's turned out to be a messy project, but that's okay. We clean up with soap and water. And now I don't have to worry about things touching my skin like this, like I used to. Okay, let's come down here. A little bit of it on the edge of the doorway. Little bits falling off the roof and down to the edge of the ground. Isn't that cute? Now doesn't that just finish it up? I mean, that just really looks beautiful. And this side, oh, absolutely love that texture. This is just a very muted look here, but I can add another layer, and I think I'll do that layer later. I will come in with another layer, and then I'll just texture it again to actually really enhance that. So I'll leave this out here, but I gotta go clean my brush. So I hope you'll try this technique. I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't go anywhere. I'm still going to do the signature pages, so hang with me still. Don't run off. And let's make the signature pages. I'll do a few of those, and they're going to obviously have to be cut into the shape of the house. So that's why when we do this technique, we want to do it in a shape that's going to be easy to make the signature pages out of. So, but it's fun. I'm really having fun. I hope you are too. Okay, so let me show you what I did for my signature. So I decided I wanted to have some decorative cardstock pages. And I'm leaving the back of these blank, but I'm going to decorate them to a certain extent, and so that's what I'm going to show you now. So I thought, let me do this with you, and I'm going to use my vintage photo and the walnut stain and the black soot. And I'm going to have my little stamp set here, and I just want to use the same elements minus the gesso. So I'm going to use vellum stickers, and I'm going to use the stamps, and let's just get some little bit of, you know, take away the starkness. I'm going to also ink around the edges. Okay, so there's my little house journal standing up. It's a little tricky to get it to stand, I gotta admit. But isn't it adorable? It's so cute. Now, if you made just this house front and you wanted to do a cute little house scene for decoration, for parties or whatever, and you just made this front cover piece, you know, so you decorated both sides, and then you made 3 or 4 of these little houses. Then when you stand it up and you are staggering the houses, then they do stand up. So it's really cute. So, but I love this. It's so adorable. So let's go over it. Let me show you again, start to finish. Okay, so now here it is with the little rings. Here's all the pages, the front cover, absolutely adorable. So I've inked around all of the edges. I put a vellum sticker and a stamp in the corner of each of the white or the cream colored, you know, blank pages. So isn't that pretty? So it ties it all in. It just makes it one cohesive look. So the decorative pages, I'm going to do something on there. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll do tuck spots, little pockets, put little tags in there. But all of these blank pages are going to be for me for journaling. Oh, isn't this adorable? This is so pretty here too. I love that. I could even do a little journaling there. Okay, so then here's all the writing paper as well. So I cut off several pages of that, and more journaling here, more inking. Isn't that beautiful? So I cut it so that if I cut a piece, and like with this particular thing, so the rose was together, so I cut it so that when it had the layout, it would still be right there with it. And then that beautiful back of that. So I love the way the inking turned out, and adding the sticker at the top, and then the stamp there at the bottom, and then this one, and I added the little birdie there, an acorn. Absolutely adorable, a very cute, whimsical gift. I love these. I mean, I definitely am going to make more of these, and I'm going to figure out what other style that would be really cute and easy for us to do. And then we'll do a journal out of that. So I'm already thinking, I was looking around my craft room and I spied something that I think would work, and I have a little, I have to make a template for it first, so I'll make the template, and then once I make the template, then we'll make another little journal. So we're going to make some whimsical shaped journals using a cardboard cover, the little ring binders, and then just decorate them up so cute like this. Absolutely adorable. I'm absolutely happy as can be as how this turned out. So please give it a try. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. That helps me to get found in search and lets YouTube know that this was something that they need to show other people as well, because this is something that I think is really cute and is worthwhile for other people to see. So I will see you in the next video, which will be on, what's today? Tuesday, as far as our DIY videos. And if I do any garage sales and find anything really good, then I'll start sharing those with you too. Oh yeah, let me show you real quick what I did find, because I don't want to keep everybody in suspense, but because I did find something really pretty. This beautiful metal tin, and it's like a magazine holder or something like that. Has this handle. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to use it here in my craft room, and I'm going to fill it up with tall, like 12 by 12 papers. I thought that would be a beautiful way to store some of these papers. See? So, because my little filing box is overflowing, and so I could take the Ziploc bag. So I could take one of the Ziploc bags. Let me just try that. Okay, so once I fill up a bag, then I could put it in here. And this has a lot of my stickers in it as well. But, so I might just, I might just use this for stickers. So I'll put all my vellum stickers in here also. And so now this is going to be my sticker holder. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. There's an antique store in about 30 minutes, I would say, from our house. And so the lady lives here in my city, and she had a garage sale. What was that? Was it last week I'd found this? Yes, I think so. Or the week before. No, the week before. And I was just tickled pink, absolutely tickled pink. So this last one I didn't really find anything, but I love this. I think, was there something else that I found? Oh yes, it was a teacup at the same garage sale. Gorgeous, adorable. So that one went into my tea cabinet. Just absolutely love it. So I'm having a tea party with my sisters, spiritual sisters here, my JW sisters, this November 20, the last Saturday of November. And so I'm going to use that new teacup. I'm just so happy. And I have my tea already picked out and what I'm going to eat, because we're going to do a virtual tea party. It's really fun. We did one earlier this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I will see you, and oh, you can watch my YouTube shorts. That's what I wanted to tell you. So in between the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule are going to be all my YouTube shorts. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, just head over here to my channel, click on videos, and then you'll see shorts. Click on that and you'll be able to see all the 1 minute. They're just 1 minute clips, and you can watch all